Victorian short stories of troubled marriages. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Gina Belmonde, Dunedin, New Zealand. Victorian short stories of troubled marriages. The Bronkhurst divorce case by Rudyard Kipling. In the daytime, when she moved about me, in the night when she was sleeping at my side, I was wearied of her presence. Day by day and night by night, I grew to hate her. Would God that she or I had died. Confessions. There was a man called Bronkhorst, a three-cornered, middle-aged man in the army, grey as a badger, and some people said with a touch of country blood in him. That, however, cannot be proved. Mrs. Bronkhurst was not exactly young, though 15 years younger than her husband. She was a large, pale, quiet woman, with heavy eyelids over weak eyes, and hair that turned red or yellow as the lights fell on it. Bronkhurst was not nice in any way. He had no respect for the pretty public and private lies that make life a little less nasty than it is. His manner towards his wife was coarse. There were many things, including actual assault with the clenched fist, that a wife will endure. But seldom a wife can bear, as Mrs. Bronkhorst bore, with a long course of brutal, hard chaff, making light of her weaknesses, her headaches, her small fits of gaiety, her dresses, her queer little attempts to make herself attractive to her husband when she knows that she is not what she has been, and worst of all, the love that she spends on her children. That particular sort of heavy-handed jest was specially dear to Bronkhorst. I suppose that he had first slipped into it, meaning no harm, in the honeymoon, when folk find their ordinary stock of endearments run short, and so go to the other extreme to express their feelings. A similar impulse makes a man say, "Hut, you old beast," when a favourite horse nuzzles his coat front. Unluckily, when the reaction of marriage sets in, the form of speech remains, and the tenderness, having died out, hurts the wife more than she cares to say. But Mrs. Bronkhorst was devoted to her Teddy, as she called him. Perhaps that was why he objected to her. Perhaps this is only a theory to account for his infamous behaviour later on. He gave way to the queer, savage feeling that sometimes takes by the throat a husband 20 years married, when he sees, across the table, the same face of his wedded wife, and knows that, as he has sat facing it, so must he continue to sit until the day of its death, or his own. Most men, and all women, know the spasm. It only lasts for 3 breaths as a rule. Must be a throwback to times when men and women were rather worse than they are now, and is too unpleasant to be discussed. Dinner at the Bronkhorsts' was an infliction few men cared to undergo. Bronkhorst took a pleasure in saying things that made his wife wince. When their little boy came in at dessert, Bronkhorst used to give him half a glass of wine, and naturally enough, the poor little mite got first riotous, next miserable, and was removed screaming. Bronkhorst asked if that was the way Teddy usually behaved, and whether Mrs. Bronkhorst could not spare some of her time to teach the little beggar decency. Mrs. Bronkhorst, who loved the boy more than her own life, tried not to cry. Her spirit seemed to have been broken by her marriage. Lastly, Bronkhorst used to say, "There, that'll do, that'll do. For God's sake, try to behave like a rational woman. Go into the drawing-room." Mrs. Bronkhorst would go, trying to carry it all off with a smile, and the guest of the evening would feel angry
Sample complete. Ready to continue?